We are live. Welcome back to Good Games and Good Drinks podcast. This is episode 18. Thank you. So I think we're old enough to vote episode wise, and we can buy cigarettes. What else can you do when you turn 18?
You can go into the porn shop.
Really?
Yes.
Just out the gate. That's where we. Okay.
Oh my.
Really? That's okay. I didn't even know. Like seriously, 18 you can do that?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Moving on. We are here again. I'll be your host for today. M. Dot. We got Bryce here. We got your Shyness here. Lawrence here. So we are. What are we doing? Good games, good drinks. What are we doing? We gonna do drinks? We gonna do drinks first? Get it out the way.
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Okay. All right. So let's go with Lawrence. What are we drinking on today?
Well, it's early today. And
It is early.
It
is early.
Drinking very heavily.
Already?
Not today.
Oh.
my kidneys and liver need a break, so I'm drinking coconut water.
That's healthy.
Vita cocoa.
All right.
I'm gonna drink a bunch of these and some water because I need to replace the alcohol that's in my system with water and things that are better.
What were you drinking, like alcohol wise? Was it like just?
So there's this drink called a Ciroc Obama.
Okay.
And it's 5 different flavors of Ciroc with some sweet and sour, some grenadine, and some Grand Marnier on the top. So it's like 6 alcohols. They're just like, take it all.
Like jungle juice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good time.
So today is just a chill recovery. Day
I'm just gonna play some games, get some trophies, clean up a little bit.
Got you.
And turn my phone off because I don't need any visitors.
Okay. All right. So what's up, Jew Bryce? What you sipping on this morning, afternoon?
So I kind of went back into the archives. This one bottle that I had in the back of my kind of bar area thing.
Okay.
It's like collecting dust that I completely forgot that I had. I bought it 2 years ago, but I figured it'd be it makes sense to bring it to this podcast. So I think everyone knows by now that I'm a fan of Fallout and the Fallout universe. And so a couple of years ago, they came out with a spin-off of their Nuka-Cola. So if you play, Fallout, that Nuka-Cola is a thing in the Fallout universe. So they came out with a Nuka branded alcohol beverage. So I forgot that I actually bought this. So here is the packaging for it.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, I love the packaging.
It's called Nuka Dark. It's a bourbon with caramel color and kind of like caramel flavors to it.
That sounds fire.
This was like legit collecting dust, and I forgot that I even had it. I was like, wait a second, I could just bring this. So this is pretty nice. So I'm going to be drinking that. I think I'm going to get into the habit of purchasing like pop culture / video game like type of drinks. Borderlands came out with a Moxie, I think it was a whiskey last week, but it sold out like that, so I couldn't get it. Hopefully they come out with it again. But and for those who don't know, Borderlands, Moxie is one of the bartenders in the Borderlands universe. So once that goes on sale again, I'm going to try to get it, but that one sold out pretty fast. So I'm going to try to bring more and more pop culture / video game branded drinks to this podcast where I can find them. So I think it all kind of makes sense with the good games, good drinks kind of blend. So
I can see that. Yeah.
Cheers to Fallout.
Side rant, I actually bought a Moxie statue, and that was my first one. Oh, that didn't look like it was good.
You see some of your face for the drink.
You did when you tasted it. Like, how was it?
It's all right. Yeah,
it's good. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a bourbon, or not a bourbon, but a rum. Nothing special about it necessarily, but it's not terrible. It's not going to win any awards, but it's not bad.
It's just for the branding and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what's up. All right, so me,
Yeah, I was gonna say, what you drinking on?
I am. What am I drinking on? So it's morning time, right? Or it's afternoon, morning time, right? So I don't have anything to do today. I'm just gonna sit down and watch the draft. So I got some orange juice, right? Some Minute Maid, but it's kids, so it has like vitamins and stuff on there. But I'm gonna mix it in with this Di-Serono.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm just gonna see what it's like.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Because I know there's this thing. It's called like a amaretto sunrise, where you have amaretto and orange juice and grenadine, and it has like thing. But I don't have any grenadine, so just gonna make it do what it do. So let me do this real quick.
That's fancy.
Yeah, and I got me a nicely chilled glass that I had in the freezer. It's probably not chilled anymore because we've been sitting here for a little bit. But yeah, so got that. So I got the healthy kids. Again, kids with the calcium and the vitamins and everything. So it's healthy, healthy alcohol beverage. Yeah,
Healthy alcohol is always the best.
it's always the best. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Hydrate
So,
while
try
you
that out.
get messed up.
Yeah. So while we do that, what are we gonna get into this week? Are we gonna just go to topics, or we gonna go to, I don't know, because I know Lawrence, I think you said you mentioned you finished or you got trophies, or you're almost platinum with Horizon. Like what's the deal with that?
The final trophy I have to get is winning a race, because you can get these mounts and run gauntlet races. So if I win one more race, then I'll platinum the game.
Okay, that's it. Have you gone back to playing it since you roll credits, Bryce?
I've not. I've been playing a lot of Wonderlands.
Okay.
I maxed out my character, and I'm about, I think, level 10 on the myth ranking. So I'll have to finish Wonderlands real quick.
I am looking forward to kind of doing some speculation on where that game is going to go, because
yeah, that's what I was going to ask. So since you both have finished it, you know what I'm saying, like what is your thoughts of where they can take it next, Horizon?
well, if they follow movie logic, what they're obviously going to do is have Gaia, who you've been trying to save all this time, she's going to be the bad guy. So I'm thinking, because Gaia is an AI, so she's supposed to help like govern these systems to rebuild the world. I think she's gonna realize that humans are detrimental to the Earth and start wiping them out.
I felt like wasn't that Hephaestus though? Like wasn't that that's his storyline?
Well, his storyline was like self-preservation, but there was a reason why Apollo was gone, and that was like all the knowledge of the world and all of that stuff. So now that Gaia has that again, and she's supposed to rebuild the world to make it better, the only way to build a world and make it better is to remove humans from that world.
So it's like iRobot.
Yeah, humans are a virus.
Yeah,
I feel like that may be a retread on the first game though, somewhat.
But this time it's Gaia doing it, so it's a different.
Yeah, like
It's the same
classic movie
story though.
It's the same story, but just a different antagonist.
I don't know.
Maybe because they let Hephaestus go again. At the end,
Bryce, you seem hesitant on that. What do you think?
No, I don't think it's gonna go that route. I mean, what I hope happens is like they evolve not only the story but the gameplay. So I feel like right now she has like 4 legit people that could potentially be played as co-op. So I'm wondering, like, as we kind of like round out the game, and if this is the last game in the trilogy, like have like not only evolve the story but evolve the game to have some co-op elements to it, where you can choose one of 4 characters if you wanted to and play co-op with Aloy. I think that would be interesting.
You think about opening up like online game play and stuff like that?
Yeah. And then like how Wonderlands, you can do like co-op missions with folks, and people can just jump into your game and help you with a mission. So that's what I'm hoping from a gameplay perspective, that they love it that way. From a story standpoint, there is that, I don't know if it's AI or whatever that's coming towards Earth. So I feel like Gaia, like if Gaia's evil, then they'd have to deal with Gaia being evil, and then also turn Gaia back to good to help them solve the whole bad AI that's on the way to Earth.
Yeah.
So I think the game is going to be about how do we improve on Gaia and get like the other like 2 or 3 I forget what they call them things back in with Gaia to make her powerful enough to help us with fighting the AIs on the way to Earth.
Okay.
And then it's going to be obviously some other third-party tribe that, because they kind of clued us in that there are other tribes other than the United States, like with those folks that came in over from the ocean towards the end of the game. So I can imagine us not being based in the United States in the next game, and maybe like in Japan or in Europe, someplace over there, to figure out what's going on over there as well, to kind of expand it, you know,
Right.
Make the game a little bit bigger than what it already is too. So
The game is huge.
okay.
I spent like 20 minutes just flying from one spot to another. I could have fast traveled, but you know, it's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Those open world games get you.
So I was just flying.
So when you fly, like, how do you again? I haven't played the game. Like, do you have like a glider, or do you have like an animal, or not an animal, but okay, something. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's like if you've seen the Avatar movies, how they kind of like link with like
Gotcha.
back in it and fly. You can overtake a machine, and then that machine can fly with that machine.
Gotcha.
It sucks that you wait until the end of the game to be able to do that though.
Oh, you can't do
So
that. Like,
I'm hoping in the third game that you can be able to do that stuff in the beginning.
A lot earlier,
Yeah.
because
I think they do that so you can explore the game. Like, they spent all this time making this game, so they want to make you walk it before you can skip it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we made this time making this tree, this branch, this area. We don't just want you to fly over it just to get to the next destination. So
I want them to take where the game ends and start right there. Like, don't backtrack me. Don't do any of that
later.
Like, I want, and this is probably way too advanced, but I want you to be able to see my save, see my weapons, and then put those weapons in this new game and let me start from there.
But wouldn't you be like overpowered from the jump though?
If you want to, you don't have to. Like, it's one of those things where like you can't, like, there's games where it says, do you want to load your previous weapons, you'll be stronger, or not? Because I'm one of those people, I'm like, I like the challenge of games, but there's those times when I just want to turn on the cheat codes and go bananas on something and just, you know, destroy.
But like, not from Jump Street though. I could see, like,
It depends.
from okay.
I mean, they
Like,
could probably just scale it too. Like if you come in at level 50, like the baseline level in the beginning of the game could be 50, and then maybe you max out at level 100, like at the end of the game.
I know a game that does
So they
that.
could scale it to your level as well.
Your current, yeah. Okay. On a side tangent, I know we talked about like movie a little bit right there. So I don't know if y'all saw this, but one of the best games, or actually technically the best game that came out last year, is having a movie adaptation. I'm not sure if it's the movie or if it's the game or whatever that we talked about with The Rock, but The Rock is involved with this as well. So the best game last year, The Rock is involved of making a movie version of it.
God
What's the
War.
game?
It Takes Two.
Ooh. You mean the one that
He's a
actually
producer,
won the
yeah.
award?
The best game. The best game. Yeah. The best. Yeah. So yeah, the Rock. I just threw that in there to piss you off more. So
Yeah.
It Takes Two is coming out with a movie version. The Rock, he's a producer in it. I don't know if he's actually going to be in it or not, but I just wanted to throw that in there to mess up your day a little bit.
Yes.
And there's also the Borderlands game movie. It's coming out too.
Is it an animated movie?
No, it's live action. Kevin Hart.
Oh
Really?
Lord. Kevin Hart's in a Borderlands movie?
I mean, Borderlands is a funny
Yeah,
game.
Borderlands is hilarious. I
So
love
it. Makes
Yeah,
it
I
makes
can see
sense.
that. Yeah, I can see that.
Hold on, let me see. They had a big female actor, but I can't remember her name.
It's gonna be like Jumanji. Did y'all see the Jumanji movies, the new ones?
Yeah.
They're actually pretty good.
Oh, word. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I didn't want to like them because they were popular.
Kate Blanchett.
Okay.
And Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay. Does the second one count as a video game movie?
Yes.
Yes.
Jumanji.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't a video game though, but
It was.
But it was.
Was it?
It was a video game. Yeah. Remember it went into the cartridge.
No, I'm saying like a real world video game turned into a.
That was my yeah. Is it technically a video game movie? But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
is Free Guy a video game movie? It is.
Yes. Yes.
But it wasn't like a legit
a
game.
real game. Yeah.
okay.
And they got Jack Black as Claptrap. That's going to be interesting.
So Jack Black can have Kevin Hart back together again.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And Claptrap is hilarious. So I'm curious to see
and annoying.
Jack Black's take on Claptrap.
If anyone can do it, it's him because
He has
that
the energy.
annoyance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Claptrap is randomly in Wonderlands. And he makes a cameo for a side mission, and it's pretty hilarious. Just legit randomly, just out of place, doesn't make sense. They just put him into the game. It's okay.
So Wonderlands, you are enjoying? That's a recommended buy for those who like Borderlands.
Yeah. It's a fun game. I'm level. I already said it. I maxed out my level, but I'm on myth 10. I'm probably about maybe half of the way done. Maybe I've been doing all the side missions like I typically do.
Missions.
But it's a fun game. If you like Borderlands, you're gonna like Wonderlands. It's Borderlands with magic.
Is it closer to 3 or 2?
And what aspects?
Graphics, functionality.
I mean, it's probably
Enemy
closer
fighting.
to 3. Yeah.
Okay.
If you have to compare it, yeah. Yep. But I know 2 was the best of the series, but I'd say it's closer to 3.
3 had potential, but it had a lot of bugs that kind of made it And I was I loved 3, but I haven't played it in years because it was buggy.
And they blew up all your guns.
They got rid of my guns. I was screw this game and everything that has to do with it.
Yeah. Well, all right, let me hop into a couple of these topics right quick. So, PlayStation is reportedly now requiring developers to create 2-hour game trials for any game that is over $34. So if your game costs more than $34, you are required. It's mandatory for you to create a 2-hour trial for them to put on the PlayStation Now thingy.
So
If I was a developer,
forced demo.
that would kind of piss me off. You ain't gonna tell me what to do, what I have to do. That would kind of push me away from making PlayStation games. I know they're not gonna do it because money, but just my psyche, you're not gonna tell me what I have to do. F you, I'm gonna do this over here. So I don't know. What do you guys have any thoughts on that thing? Or
I like it.
you like it?
because there's been a slew of games who were just trash because
You like it for the consumer.
yeah,
as a consumer.
I like it for the consumer because at the end of the day, like these game companies are looking to make money and they give us these games that are half-assed and we don't know until after we buy it.
But I mean, it's only a 2-hour window, so the 2-hour window can be just like blah, and then I mean the 2-hour window could be great, but the entire game could be half-assed, as you said.
Well, yeah, but if you can manage to make like a 2-hour demo and it's a good 2-hour demo, then you don't even have to have a good game after. So like for example, a game that bombed was Cyberpunk. So if Cyberpunk had that required 2-hour demo, then you would at least know that's how the game ran before you bought the game. And then you can say, all right, no, we're going to wait for updates. Instead of I bought the game, now I have to wait for them to update for me to play this game. So like it makes it so that the game is to a point where it has to be playable before people buy the game. And it's kind of bringing us back to the old school demos where we used to be able to test out games and then go spend our $70 on it, because now they're $70 on current gen.
Yeah, okay, so even in this though, like it's not required before you release the game. Like you have a 3-month window from the time of your release to make the 2-hour version available.
Oh, that's dumb.
So
Because if that's the case, I could just make a trash game, put a 2-hour limit on it, and then
yeah. So would you like, okay, so if you were the game developer, would you specifically make like a 2-hour demo, or would you just make the game playable for like 2 hours and then cut it off? Would you like, specifically, you know what I mean? Like, would you just play like, okay, the first 2 hours you can play?
Yeah, that would be my approach. I mean, that'd be, from a development standpoint, that'd be the easiest thing to do.
Yeah.
Is to just, after 2 hours, just cut it off. You can go as far as you can in the game
in 2 hours.
After 2 hours, it cuts off, and then maybe you save your saves. Your saves are in the cloud, and then once you do buy the game, your saves transfer over. That's kind of how the Scarlet Nexus demo is, where you can essentially play as much as you want, and then save that demo, and then that save transfers over to your real game when after you purchase it. So, yeah, I mean, I like it too. From my perspective, it feels like this is somewhat potentially Sony's approach to compete with Game Pass a little bit, because with Game Pass, you're paying X amount of dollars, and you can essentially test out games, like if you want to, before having to pay, if you want to, the full amount for the game. Because Game Pass, essentially, you have all these games, and if you wanted to, it's like, oh, I haven't heard of that game. You can play it for 15 minutes, 30 minutes or whatever, and then it not necessarily impact your wallet. I know PlayStation doesn't necessarily have like a true Game Pass competitor, but it feels like if they're requiring all games over X amount of hours to require this 2-hour trial, and the trial is free, then that could be their way to kind of compete with Game Pass, like having people kind of test out these games before, they make a big purchase. So, which I think is a smart move if they can't afford to have all their first-party games fully
for free.
Yeah.
I mean, $34 is a weird number though. Like games that cost more than $34 are required to have this. I don't know.
Which is pretty much every game. So like even like the AA games are like $40. So if you're like an indie developer, maybe you don't fall into that category, but for the most part,
I just bought a game today for like $30.
Yeah.
I mean,
you bought a game?
Yes. Well, actually, I bought two games. I bought 2 games.
You bought 2 games? Hold up. Stop the presses. Okay. Wait a minute. What? Wait. So that whole, what is it? 5? Was it 5 games? Was it 5 games or 6 games? How many games were you supposed to buy this year? 5. So 5 games.
Yeah.
You bought, I know, Horizon. Persona you bought, I'm assuming, right? So what's the other 2 games?
Oh, no,
that you
no.
only
The
one-
Persona.
Oh, that was one of the.
Yeah.
That was okay.
And
So
it
what's
was
the?
on sale for like $30.
Okay, so that counts in the 5 there. Okay, so what's this other game that's wasn't on the list? I'm assuming.
It was not.
Oh snaps!
It's Kirby.
Oh, Kirby.
Yeah.
Okay.
I bought it and then I binged that game. I'm about to beat it. I'm on the last boss. I was like, this game is pretty good. Like,
okay.
And I hated the. So, if you played Mario, right? You remember the first time
64?
Yeah, any Mario, like
any,
the old Marios, and then you remember the first time Mario 64 came out, and like that whole look, and it's like that feeling. I got that, like, and then they had the opening theme song, and you're just running along, and I was like, yeah, it got me. Like they had like the perfect music exposition, like crescendo at the right time. I was like, oh yeah, there's the. So I just started
So you're almost done with it already?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Good times.
Shots out to Kirby.
Yeah.
That, and it has like a co-op mode, so I had like a girl over and she was playing with me.
Ow.
She was like, oh yeah, this is fun. So I was, yeah.
So I know we briefly talked about it last time, so let's give us the whole, what's it about? Like, what's the synopsis and
so I'm kind of finding out what it's about, because okay, so you start off and they start taking those little orange dudes that are Kirby's friends,
right,
locking them up and putting them away, and then there's this like big eared thing that looks like a Pokemon, and then you save him from being captured, right? I don't know who he is or what he does, but he's following me everywhere. So we're going along, and the job is you have to save those orange things, and they're hidden all over in all these worlds. And you start getting all your powers, and you can upgrade your powers. You start getting stronger and stronger and solving puzzles. And I died once. I was like, oh! Because they have 2 different modes. They have easy mode.
You died at Kirby?
Yeah.
I didn't die at Kirby.
They had an easy mode, and then they have a wild mode. And you get like this little sliver of health. And I died on a bonus level. That's how bad it was. Like, I have never died in this game, but on a bonus level I died, because it's like you have to rush to get these rare stones to upgrade your abilities. I was using an ability and couldn't control it. I was getting like done up, just hit a spike, died. I didn't even know I could die, because I made it through almost the whole game with 0 deaths.
And then the bonus level got you.
Bonus level took me out.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that game is on right now. I was playing it before we restarted, and I'm gonna play it after we're done.
That's what's up.
Because I'm beating.
So that's kind of sad that Kirby is there on the mantle now, and then Persona's just still chilling on the background, even though you were supposed to. Have you played it? Like, did you leave it at least open, Persona? Or no.
So I didn't buy the physical because.
Okay.
I still have digital. I hate the fact that I'm going digital. I don't want to be digital.
Oh, now who are you?
Well, it's only available. And it's a PlayStation 4 game. So I would have had to like hunt down the disc and then wait for my disc version. Yeah. And I'm like, gotcha. Just buy the digital.
Okay, so you have the digital version, but you still haven't like played it yet.
It's downloaded on the system right now. I'm like,
you are slacking on your pimping.
I'm beating Kirby. I'm platinuming Horizon, and then Persona. Because there's nothing else to look forward to from now until like Forsaken comes out. Forspoken, my bad.
So okay, all right.
Unless
it's not coming out. Whatever you're about to say is not coming out.
No, listen, right? So everyone's up in arms because this is the 25th anniversary of Persona, and they haven't been doing a lot. So they let out a teaser for Persona 6. This is a little small teaser, and they posted a picture on their website that shows all the Persona protagonists standing in front of a green paint can. So we all know that the next color is green because all Persona is color themed.
Oh, is it?
The last one was red, the one before that was yellow, the one before that was blue. And I don't know about before that because that's in the before times. And like the colors, like the emotions that you get from the colors, that's what the theme usually is. So like red is like, you know, unbridled passion, and blue is like sadness, and yellow's something.
Is it like green envy?
Maybe. So, I don't know. But that game might come out because they've been really lackadaisical on their updates on anything else, which means there's a chance they're focusing full speed on that game. Maybe.
So the teaser was just the color green?
The teaser was a picture that had the protagonist standing around a paint can.
That was green.
Yes.
And that's the teaser.
Well, and there's like a little YouTube video. It's like, 30 seconds. Show some words.
And that's the teaser.
Yeah.
It's not coming out.
I think the question is like, what will come out first, Kingdom Hearts 4 or Persona 6? Because they both dropped teasers.
I've broken up with Kingdom Hearts though.
No, that was an actual teaser. Like the Kingdom Hearts one, that was a teaser.
Yeah.
For people standing by a paint can, that's like not. That's just vandalism. That's not a teaser. That's hoodlums.
Being reckless.
I mean, that's what it is, man.
All right. So, speaking of teasers, apparently, Call of Duty. There's a new Call of Duty game coming out this year, surprisingly, even though it comes out every year, but it's not coming out next year because we talked about that. So there's a Modern Warfare 2 is making its way to our consoles probably this fall, if I'm not mistaken. I think
Modern Warfare
that's when it normally
2?
Modern Warfare 2, yeah.
That sounds familiar. Didn't they already make that game before?
I don't know, Bryce.
Yes.
They did.
This is so a couple of years ago, 2019, they rebooted Modern Warfare. So this Modern Warfare 2 is going to be the sequel to the reboot.
Because I saw when they rebooted it, I was like, oh, okay, they rebooted an and now they're like, so now there's a sequel to the reboot. Is it because?
Yeah.
So there's going to be 2 Modern Warfare 2s in the market with different stories.
So the remake, was that Modern Warfare 2 or was it just Modern Warfare? Like, how was it titled?
The original reboot was Modern Warfare.
Okay.
So this next reboot is Modern Warfare 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might play it just because I think did I like Modern Warfare? I don't even
I mean the original Modern Warfare
first one.
and Modern Warfare 2 were pretty solid. I forget if it was Modern Warfare 1 or Modern Warfare 2, but like the mission where you're in the airport and you're in like the terrorist side and you have to like shoot up the airport.
Yeah.
That was deep.
I played that one. So that was a good one because I played it. I didn't play any other ones. Wait, take that back. I played like Black Ops.
I like Black Ops.
Yeah, I think I have Black Ops 3, I think. Does that make sense?
Everyone has Black Ops 3. Like it's the one with the
three orange
and the
lines.
So I think that's on my backlog.
The guy looking like from G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I didn't play the rebooted Modern Warfare, but I think by the time Modern Warfare 2 reboot comes out, it's going to be heavily discounted most likely. So I might get it at that time.
The reboot.
The reboot,
one?
yeah.
Okay.
And then play it from scratch again.
That's why I didn't get it because I was like, I already bought this game before. I'm not spending full price on this game.
Mm-hmm.
And because it was Call of Duty.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
I used to like Call of Duty though. Like, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I remember Call of Duty 2 I think, when I was in college. Like that was a friend maker because everybody wanted to play co-op multiplayer LAN parties. I think it was Call of Duty too. That was fun. That was definitely a friend maker for sure.
Are y'all more so, as far as Call of Duty, like the story missions mode, or are y'all like the multiplayer? Like, what do y'all prefer doing, or zombies, or what is y'all?
Personally, I mean, I'm a single player person, so I play single player. I know more and more now Call of Duty is more focused on multiplayer, but I've always been single player story. Which is probably why I haven't played Call of Duty in like 10 years. So
yeah. What was it the same for you, Lawrence?
Yeah. I started getting on, like, when the story started diminishing, I was like, I'm not interested in this anymore because there's nothing for me because I'm not a multiplayer guy.
I think that's why you guys like pretty much moved away from Call of Duty, because they were moving more towards just like multiplayer focus, and the story was more so in the background, and like the multiplayer and then the zombie. Did y'all like the zombie mode too, or not really? No, because that's multiplayer too. Yeah. So I think they were like more moving towards that, and I don't know if the budget for the the story, they just didn't really care about the writers, and I don't know. Yeah. All right, so that's that. Speaking of like old stuff that they make over and over and over again, the PlayStation Plus games for May have been announced. So it's a new month, so of course I have to list the PlayStation Plus games. So first game is FIFA 2022. So for those that you don't know, FIFA is soccer. I don't know, maybe because I'm not really that, like, I like the FIFA games, I like the soccer games, but I'm not really as into them as the Maddens and the 2Ks, but I don't hear as much complaints about the game being the same every single year like I do from Madden and 2K. Yeah. Do y'all hear that, or y'all just, because it's not in your radar, you don't really pay attention to it?
So the people that complain about the games are the people who used to play them and were tired of buying them over again.
Right.
The people that buy FIFA, I don't know anyone personally who buys FIFA.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So it's like they might be saying it, but they're not in any circles that I run.
In your demographic, right?
Yeah, I know, like, soccer is more of an international sport, so more so than America.
I like FIFA, so I'm downloading. Do y'all? I don't know. Yeah, Lawrence, you don't play sports games like that. Yeah, I like FIFA. So,
but I met this girl who's like, yeah, she wanted to play 2K, and I was like,
huh?
I was like, you want to do what? I know you have 2K. No.
Huh? I mean, if you have Game Pass, you would have 2K.
I have a PlayStation.
And a PC as well.
She's not getting on my PC. Like,
too many sensitive files on there.
Yeah.
Never mind. So
personal info.
All right, so yeah. So FIFA is one game. Next game is called Tribes of Midgard. It is a co-op survival game based on the Norse mythology. I'm kind of tired of survival games. Just me. I don't know. It's like, how many times can you survive?
I want to play that one survival game.
What survival game?
It's like you're camping. And it's like it's called like Don't Die.
Don't Breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you have to build yourself up and survive over. Yeah, I want to play that game.
Wait, what's it called? It's called Don't Breathe.
Don't Breathe. Yeah.
And there's a Don't Breathe 2 that's co-op.
I have that. I know because it was a PlayStation Plus free game, so I have it downloaded and I played it for like 5 minutes. Yeah. But this game though, it's like you have a 2-hour window to try to beat the game. I don't know how I feel about like time based like shot. Like you have 2 hours, but you have it's like different missions and different stuff that you have to do within these 2 hours in order to succeed and get different powers. I'm not playing it. I don't care. Moving on.
Wait,
Next game.
Don't
No?
Breathe the movie?
What? No, it's a video game. Was it called Don't Breathe?
Crap.
It's a video game. Hold up, wait a minute.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Wait.
Don't starve.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Don't starve.
Don't Starve. Yeah, okay, there we go.
I haven't heard of that one either.
Yeah, Don't Starve. I know it had something don't and then E was the last letter of the word.
We got to actually fact check because people can say, "Oh, you guys are giving misinformation."
And y'all said Don't Starve wasn't good, or
I want
No,
I want
it
to play.
was,
Don't
it was
Starve.
cool. It was
Okay.
cool. Was that the game? Do you see it?
Yeah.
yeah, Don't Starve.
that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks cool.
Okay. Yeah.
I like the art direction.
Yeah. Like games that have interesting art design get my attention right away.
Oh,
No
it's
matter
Last Generation.
Yeah. So the next game, it has an interesting art design too. It's like a top down kind of like dungeon based game. It's called Curse of the Dead Gods. It got like 9 out of 10 reviews on IGN. So I mean, it looks like a decent game. Wait, what just happened? I don't know. So it's a top down action roguelite game. So you have to like run around and try to like get out of dungeons and stuff like that. So it looks that one looks cool. I can give them their props on that one. It's like you got swords and I don't know. I don't know. I'm not good with other games that I don't play, but it looks decent. I don't know. maybe we'll put a video, or you can look at a video for yourself. Curse of the Dead Gods. So those are the 3 PlayStation Plus games for me. A little bit step up from last month's disasters. I don't even want to talk about that again. It's trash. So final topic I guess we can go to is what is Xbox March sales. So I'm assuming, Bryce, that's something that you put on there.
Yeah. So in March, Xbox had its best sales performance in 11 years, which is
Really?
which is crazy if you think about it. You know, just
why is that?
Is it 11 years?
It's popping, I guess, from a sales perspective. You know, the combo of having Series X and Series S out there on the market. I think primarily probably Series S is really clicking with people with the price point, and then being able to jump into next gen at that price point. So from a sales perspective, they were tops above Switch and PS5.
So the console itself, it was the most.
Yeah, the most sales. Yeah, but overall units sold, Nintendo Switch is still number 1. But in terms of like revenue, Xbox was the top one in March. So I just had to put that on there because for them to have its biggest March sales and since like in 11 years is a big deal. So that just shows me that the work that Phil Spencer and that team has been kind of like the momentum they've been building over the past couple of years off the debacle of the Xbox One is working. And then now with all of their first party games that are going to start launching in Q3, Q4 of this year into next year, it's just more insight into like what's coming for Xbox. I think starting with Starfield later on this year. And then rolling into next year. So
March, did something exclusive come out in March that people? That's just like a really random
exclusive in March.
thing.
Let's see.
I don't
think
remember
so,
any
but-
exclusive games except for like Forza Horizon, but I think more
was in March.
more than like a game, it's the fact that it's readily available.
Yeah, I think it's driven by Series S because you can legit go on Amazon right now and buy a Series S. Like, hold on, let me see. I'm about to fact check
Yeah,
myself.
so like if you can
Without
if you
going
can
to a
if you
resale.
can buy current gen, then you get all the new games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can legit go to Amazon right now and buy a
Right
Series
now.
S for
And it'll be
$289.
That would be a reason. That it would be.
See
Yeah.
now, and
Okay.
if PlayStation had anything similar to that, where you can
All right. I'm not gonna poo. Never mind.
I need to fix this setup right here. I got the PlayStation and the Switch.
You got the Michael Scott TV on the wall. I see.
I went to the store to go buy another one, and my mom was like, "Nah, like leave that TV alone." And I was like, "Do you realize how small this TV is?"
Is that a 32?
No, it's a 40. But
That seems so much smaller than a 4.
'cause
Maybe because
it's
we only
across
see
the
like half
room.
of it.
Yeah, and it's across the room.
Okay. Is it at an angle?
Yeah, because so the mount that is on isn't the mount that is supposed. And you see how like there's these wires. It's making it
Yeah.
lean slightly, so it's like
Yeah. Okay. That's why it's small. Okay. It's the angle. You gotta. The girls know about the angles.
It's,
So
well, yeah, but
yeah.
I need a bigger TV. But I don't. If I buy a TV, like I can use that money to do something instead of buying a TV. So I don't want to buy it.
That's economics. I can see how that would be a thing.
I'm like, yeah, I could buy a TV, or I can go somewhere.
Experiences over things.
Yeah.
All right.
So quick side note,
ahead,
Don't
yeah.
Starve Giant Edition is on sale for $3.74 on Xbox.
Go for it.
So I legit might end up getting it after we're done here.
I might have to buy that too.
Because the art direction is intriguing.
I played it for like maybe 35 minutes. Like it was cool. I just died and it pissed me off because I couldn't find whatever I was looking for.
Yeah.
What killed you?
But it was some monster thing that was in the dark. Because in the daytime, you know, it's cool. But then when it gets dark outside, that's where all the baddies come out and it's dangerous. And I forgot how to build a fire. So it was just bad. It was bad.
Ah, that's great.
Yeah. Also experiences, right? So let's go to our patented hashtag to the backlog segment.
Hashtag to the backlog.
Hashtag to the backlog. So experiences. What's up, Bryce? What experience and what game do you want to hashtag add to the backlog for this week?
You said me?
Yep.
So this one has legit been on my backlog for 12 years. And
wow.
there's been so many games over the past decade plus that has kind of like trumped it over the years,
right,
that I just have never gotten a chance to play it yet, but I want to. I just haven't had a chance to play it yet. It's a game called Limbo, and it was released in 2010 on all the systems and PC.
Limbo.
And it's basically a dark platformer, and the story is about a kid lost his sister, like his sister died, and he's like trying to find her in limbo, essentially. I'm probably messing up that storyline, but that's essentially what it is.
Okay.
And I just never had a chance to play it yet. I have it, I bought it, I just haven't played it. So like Limbo, hashtag to the backlog, it's there. I just gotta take time, set time aside to actually play it. But it looks fun.
That game is in my backlog too.
Is it?
I haven't played it because it's shadows, and shadows kind of creep me out a little bit. So it just keeps getting pushed back. But at some point in time, I might play it.
Yeah, man up. Don't be a punk. The shadows. All right. So what's the game you're adding, Lawrence?
All right. So the game I'm gonna add is one that I can almost guarantee neither one of you have played or probably ever heard of.
We'll see about that.
It's called Tales of Cilia.
Tales of Silly, right? I knew it. I knew it.
And
No, never heard of it.
it's an RPG game where you get your party members like normal RPGs. You have magic powers, and it's essentially you build this team. You get to use 4 people, and you can switch between these people and have them do like combination attacks based on like who it is that's out there. So you can have different situations call for different people, so you can do different things together.
So it's Genshin?
That's actually an okay way to put it. So it's Genshin before Genshin, but there's no
Genshin,
gacha.
yeah.
There's no gacha. It's
No gotcha.
yeah, there's no gacha. You go get you see the people, you talk to the people, they join your party.
And what was it called?
Tales of Cilia, and there's also
Cilia,
a Tales of Cilia 2. I beat both of them, so they're not in my backlog anymore because I trounced those games. But they're games that if you like RPGs, they have great storylines. They're good entry levels. You don't have to know anything about anything. You just get in there and get going.
And for
What system is it on?
Yeah, what system?
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 and 4.
Okay. I wonder if that's going to be a part of the PlayStation Now or whatever that's called.
Now,
Backlog of
if you
games.
can't find either of those games, you can play another game called Tales of Berseria, which is kind of like the same idea. I haven't played that one yet. That's in my backlog.
Okay. I like RPG. Check those out. So my game for the week is going to be No Man's Sky.
Ooh.
So I know when that game first came out, or even before that game first came out, it was a bunch of hype around it, surrounding it. But then when it came out, it pretty much didn't fall or live up to the expectations that everybody had for the game. I think mainly because people thought that you can have a planet and go to other people's planet and your other friends' planet and all that stuff. And right. So that kind of people was like, nah, I'm off of that. But there's been like so many updates and patches and just everything that makes it look like it's a really fun game to play. I know I said like a couple minutes ago I was off for survivor games, but this isn't really a survivor game, but it is a survivor game at the same time. But you gotta like build stuff and do resources and everything. So they just came out with another update earlier this week, just introducing like pets, I guess you can say. I don't know if it's pets, but it's every single month it seems like there's.
And when did it originally release?
It originally came out 2018.
Yeah. I don't know.
Wait, no.
It's been
No, 2016.
I don't know who the developer.
It came out 2016 in Windows and then 2018 for Xbox and PlayStation.
I don't know who the developers are, but the fact that they're still making updates 6 years later is kind of dope. Like they're still supporting the game, still putting hours into it. Like that's cool.
That is good.
Yeah.
So one question: you've played the game, right?
No.
Oh.
I've
Because
just seen it being played.
I'm interested to find out if I can do the thing that I thought I could do originally, which is friends go on there, I colonize this planet, you have a planet, and you can say, hey, I'm at this location, and I can go to your planet and mess with stuff there. Because if the universe is in this cloud, then I should be able to go to your planet if we're online.
I know that there is like multiplayer now, because I was just watching it the other day, somebody play, and it was a person and their friend was at their base, and they were both building stuff at their base, and they were like sharing items. Like one needed silver, so he gave him silver, and they put it in the machine, and they started generating whatever they were trying to generate. So I mean, I know it is co-op, but as far as I'm pretty sure if you have the location saved, you can go to your friend's planet even when they're not there.
Which,
I don't know if that answers your questions or not.
Yeah, if they can do that, then it's now the game that I would play.
Yeah, I know you can do that now. You can go to like your friends, basically base, and mess around at their base. Yeah.
Cool.
Interesting.
So yeah, No Man's Sky. I'm adding that to the backlog. It looks like a very interesting, fun waste of time, because it kind of sort of reminds me of Not necessarily, but like the roller coaster tycoon, how you can
It's
build.
casual.
Yeah,
game.
you just build your base and build your, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright, so-
bonus game to the
Mhm,
backlog.
okay.
Is
like
Don't Starve.
Don't
It's,
start.
it's under $4.
You're looking at
right-
it more and more.
What's that?
So you're looking at it right now.
Yeah, it's under
More.
$4. I'm gonna legit buy it after we finish recording, because I like the look of it.
Mhm.
Just reading the description, I like how they're explaining it, and just based off what y'all saying. Came on 2015. Wow.
Yeah. So that's why it's $4.
Yeah. Yeah. So I will be getting it. So bonus game.
Alrighty. So let's wrap it up here with our question of the week. So quick backstory. So I'm at the crib. I'm watching Eternals, right? So spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Eternals, the whole premise, or not the whole premise, but the end of the movie, like there's this what is the thing called? What's the thing called? The big guy. I just had it earlier.
Celestial?
I forgot what it's called. The Celestial, yeah. So there's Celestials that generate on planets whenever the planet gets too full and too inhabited and too like rich. So the Celestial feeds off the energy of everybody on the Earth, and like basically the Celestial destroys the planet that it's on.
Yeah, it eats it.
That's a bad, yeah, it eats the planet. So that brought me back to Avengers and Thanos. So Thanos, his whole thing was, snap his finger, take away 50% of the population. So if he did that and he was successful, then 50% of the population would be gone. Therefore, the Celestial wouldn't be able to, destroy the whole planet. So, therefore, vice versa, Thanos wasn't that bad of a guy, because in essence he saved half the world instead of destroying the whole world. So villain, was he bad? I don't know, which led me to another rabbit hole. Which led me to another rabbit hole. Which villain, like his theory, like his thought, I kind of agree with. I don't know if that makes me a villain on the low.
Yes.
But which villain just was dumb? Either they were dumb, or if their plot or their motive, it didn't make any sense to you. Like, yeah, I don't know. So Lawrence, let's throw it over to you. What do you have for us?
All right, so I'm actually gonna say two, because one of them is kind of a gimme. It's cheating. And the first one's gonna be the first boss in Persona 5. So Kamoshida, he's the one that's in the demo. He's a gym school teacher at a high school.
Okay.
And his entire, I'm going to get some spoilers, but it's fine. His entire reason for being a bad guy is he wants to run the high school. And part of running the high school is, he's being predatory on the girls and abusive to the guys.
Okay.
And I'm like, this is a high school. Like, why is that the place that you decide to make your kingdom? So much so that, so in Persona, whenever you have like strong mental images in your mind, you can create these palaces. So he made himself the king and made the high school an actual palace. And he had like, what's that stupid thing? Cape?
Bow tie?
No, the cape. What's the king's cape called? It's like a special word. I don't know. And he had like a scepter with a big crown. And like that, just the idea that you want to run a high school.
So he wants to be a principal.
As a grown-up. No, he doesn't want to be a principal. He just wants to be like the
wants
top.
to be a dean.
No. He wants to be the gym teacher. He wants to be the gym teacher, but he wants to be the most important person at the school.
That's dumb.
Dumb.
That's dumb. Okay, I can get down with that.
So is he like killing people? Like,
no, but he raped a girl. Ooh, you might have to bleep that out.
Why?
Because you can't say the R word on YouTube.
You can't?
You can't?
No. You get demonetized.
Huh.
Well, okay.
So the one.
See what happens.
The other one I'm going to talk about is a game that a lot of people haven't played before. So there's a game that came out on Xbox 360 called Blue Dragon.
Okay.
It's this crazy RPG. I talked about it before, where you had to go and collect nothings. So you had to like click on every single item in the entire world.
Right. I remember that.
So the main enemy in that game is called Nene. That's a stupid name. And you never really find out why he's the bad guy. He just starts tearing stuff up in the world and destroying everything. And in the end, you find out, I guess it's a spoiler, it was so that he can be young again.
Okay.
Because he's an immortal, so he wouldn't die.
But he just wanted.
But he was old. So he went through this whole world demolishing process, killed like millions of people, so that he can be young again.
It's like what Q was doing with Picard right now. For those Star Trek fans out there. No, same thing, because Q is theoretically immortal, but now he's dying, and now
isn't that like that's Luke's dad, right?
Vader?
Like Luke, I am your yeah.
No. I have no other response but
no.
Okay. So he's evil because he wants to look young.
Yeah.
Because he's immortal. He just wants to look young.
Yeah.
So he kills everybody to look young.
that is pretty dumb.
Okay.
I mean, there's like a bunch of twists and turns in that game, but
that's the bottom line.
Yeah.
He wants to
Do some like plastic surgery or something.
Basically, yeah. That's easy.
It's ridiculousness.
I don't know. All right. So, Bryce, you got anything for us? Or
Not really. The only like bad guy that came to mind, not necessarily a video game, but I guess you can kind of sort of say it was a video game, was Cobra Commander. But then I got to thinking, like, he was essentially a terrorist. I don't know what his like end motivation was or is, other than being a terrorist, but that was the one kind of bad guy that kind of came to mind. It's like, what was his deal? Why did he have beef with everybody and like terrorizing folks? But yeah, I couldn't really think of anyone else.
Okay. I have a few. I think I'm gonna narrow it down though. So the one that came to mind when I thought of this question, I think it kind of goes back to my Donkey Kong hate that I have. It's what's his name? King K. Rool, which is the bad guy in Donkey Kong. So in essence, I think he's a lizard or a lizard crocodile like creature, right? But he hates monkeys for whatever reason, because he's racist. I'm just gonna throw it out there. And he wants to take all of the bananas. Like, why? Like, you're a crocodile. What do you want with bananas? Can y'all explain it to me, since y'all like Donkey Kong? Like, what's
So I'll say he probably had some beef with Donkey Kong individually, right? I'm making this entirely up. So
okay,
he had a personal beef with Donkey Kong. And if you have a personal beef with somebody, you don't always go directly for like the head-on fight. Like, I'm gonna take stuff that you like, so I'm gonna take your bananas, I'm gonna mess with your girl, because you know he messed with Candy on the side, like, and he probably took her hostage. He took the old guy hostage, like, just doing all this stuff, messing up their worlds because they had a beef.
So I have a theory, and this goes back to the original Donkey Kong. So in the original
like Mario,
yeah,
like barrel throwing.
In the original Donkey Kong, it was Donkey Kong fighting Mario over a princess, right? And then like Mario trying to save the princess from Donkey Kong,
right?
So who's this villain name again?
His name is King K. Rool.
Okay, so what I'm thinking is King K. Rool is a relative of Bowser. So he was like, hey, you not gonna mess with my cousin's girl. Like, I'm mad you took her from him. So now because of that, I'm going to be after you now and make your life terrible because you stole princess from my cousin.
Okay.
Now that is excellent. Except there's one wrench in that story.
What's that?
And it's probably the dumbest thing ever. And it's the princess from that Donkey Kong is not the princess from Mario. Daisy is from Donkey Kong. And Peach is from Mario. Which is dumb because who knows Daisy?
From Smash Brothers. That's it. I did not know that. I thought it was the same.
That's where
princess.
Daisy came. Daisy is that princess.
Okay. The more you know. Okay. All right. So forget what I said then.
I like that. I like that.
But that would have made sense.
I was going with you, yeah. Because that was going to lead me to like, okay, so why does Bowser? Okay, so what's up with Bowser then? Why does he always want to take the princess? Like,
I mean, who else is gonna have his kids?
Why does he? He already has kids.
From her? I bet those are her kids, right? Those are her kids. And he's getting her because she's being illegitimate and she's like not taking care of the kids. So he's like, look, it's your turn. And
it's your weekend.
Yeah, he goes. That's why Mario has to go through all the kids to get to her because, you know, it's like, not my mama, not my mama.
Yeah. I like it.
I hate it, but it makes sense. Okay.
It's logical.
It's very logical. All right, so I have one more, and it's not. I mean, I guess they weren't technically the villain in the video game, but they were bad guys. So Team Rocket, right? Specifically Jesse and James, and I don't know, Giordano too. Was it not Giordano? Not the Peaches. Giovanni. Yeah, Giovanni too. But why were they so obsessed with Pikachu? And like, if I was that bad at my job, like if I was Jesse and James and I would fail like over and over and over and over again, like I would be fired. Yeah. And if my boss was like a villain, he would probably kill me, so I would be dead.
Maybe Malwith is bringing in the money.
Okay. Payday? That was the move, right?
Yeah, he's bringing in the coins.
Okay. But like they're dumb to me, Jesse and James. Like you're master thieves. You steal Pokemon allegedly.
I mean, they're kids though, but you know.
Are they?
Not Jesse and James weren't kids. Jesse and James were grown-ups.
They're grown-ups, yeah. Like go.
Wait, how old was Ash?
He was like
Ash
12.
was a kid.
Yeah,
Ash was a kid.
So it's like a bunch of adults like trying to
it's dumb.
hurt a kid.
It's dumb
for the kid's pet.
For the kid's pet, yeah.
When they could have looked to the left and be like, "Oh, there are others."
There's one. Yeah, there's right there.
Let me just throw this Pokeball at it, and now I have one of my own.
Or on top of that, if you are you steal Pokemons, go steal some better Pokemons other than bum ass Ekings and Coughing that can actually do something to help you capture this mythical, magical Pokemon that you want for whatever reason. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree.
Any Pokemon.
Any Pokemon. So yeah, Jesse and James, Team Rocket, blast out of here. Y'all dumb. Yeah. All right, so that will wrap us up for the week. What's going on, Bryce? You got anything you want to get out there to the people? Let them know.
Just follow me on your favorite console. This is ECYRB, and my weekly PSA. Don't forget to get your local checkup at the doctor, because it helps. So there you go.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to start going to the doctor more.
Yeah, rest in peace, Francesca, by the way.
Francesca?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
That makes me
like
nervous because that's not the first name that is like I'm like, I know you, we're the same age, and you're gone because not an accident. It's like, oh I need to go to the doctor.
Sorry, bring it down a little bit. So Lawrence, what you want to get out there?
Let's see. Find me on your favorite console as well. Your Shyness. Sometimes there's underscores, sometimes there's not, if they're allowed. I'm on PC, Xbox, Switch, and PlayStation. Holla at me. I'm on Twitter.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah,
So that's it. All right. So I am M. Dot on your favorite, not your favorite console. I'm just on PlayStation. So M-.11. So if that is your favorite console, I'm on your favorite console. If not, then sucks for you because I'm out here. But yeah, we are out of here. We will see you next week. Thank you guys for listening, watching, doing all that good stuff. And yeah, we're out.